How many of you believe that I can fly?
No.
Who said no? You don't believe that I can fly?
No, I believe.
You believe it?
Yours.
My daughter? Okay, I cannot fly. So those who said, I don't believe that I can fly, you got it right. Now let me ask you, how many of you believe that I can be, that I can breathe underwater? Breathe?
Oxygen, but you could breathe.
Huh?
You won't breathe oxygen, but you would breathe.
No, I'm talking about oxygen.
Oh.
Oh, how many of you believe that I can breathe underwater? You believe that, Angel?
Yeah, you can. With Scooby here. But you're not.
You believe? I'm not Superman. I know I'm not Superman.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
You can do it.
So you don't believe? Nobody believes me? You believe it? How? Holy chair. Let me show you. Oh, only my son. See, I can breathe underwater. This underwater, right? I got it right. Now let me ask you this. Nice trick, right? Now you can trick your friend with that. I can breathe underwater and then hold your water bottle on top of your head. See, I can breathe underwater. So, another question to you. How many of you believe in God? Oh, that's an important... Oh, only kids? Nobody here? No? How many of you believe in God? You don't believe in God? All right, good. Believe in God? You raise your hand? All right, you give a thumb up. So this is it. Let me ask you this. How can you believe in God that you cannot see? How many of you seen God before? Have you seen? Oh, only Ariel. How does he look like?
It looks like a speck of light.
Speck of light. So this is the thing, right? And even in the Bible said that nobody have ever seen God. But yet we believe, sometimes we believe only to a certain thing that we see and we hear or smell, right? But God, I never seen God. I've never seen God, I never really smelled God. But how can I believe? I can illustrate it like this with you. How many of you know about the air? You cannot see the air. Can you see the air? Nobody can see the air, right? It's there. But we can sense it, we can experience it, we can feel the air. So it's like and we can see the work of the air. So you cannot see the air, we cannot smell the air, but we all know that the air can do magic with this balloon, right? When we blow inside the air, the air coming into the balloon and gives some kind of evidence that it exists. So I think believing in God is something like that. We cannot see God, we cannot smell God, we cannot really hear God, but we know that He's there. Where is He? In heaven, but most importantly, where? Here! You got it right. Somebody got it right. In heaven and in here, and inside our heart. And see, now you can hear the air. Now you can hear the air, right? So the work of God like that. You cannot see, you cannot smell, but you know it exists. You know it inside your heart. It's moving in your heart. If you touch your heartbeat like that, you will see. You will feel like, oh man, my heart is beating so fast. Boom, 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 like a drum, right? No? So that's my lesson for today. Let's read this together. One more time. But my righteous one will live by faith. So in case you do not know, today is the Reformation Sunday. 499 years ago, Martin Luther nailed the 95 Theses of the church on the door of the church at Wittenberg. And he changed the course of history of the world. So the Bible that we have today is a result of the Reformation. Before, reading the Bible only for the priests. Only the priests can read the Bible, not lay people like us. Now everyone gets to read the Bible. And one of the tenets that Martin Luther came up with is the by faith alone. That faith is something that's God gives to us. What is faith though? So, but my righteous one will live by faith. In a way it's like this. But my good people will live by faith. If you're good, you live by faith. But my question is, what is faith? How many of you know what faith is? Mary Poppins? Something that we can feel but we cannot see. Oh, okay, yeah, that's pretty good. How about you, drummer? You don't know? Oh, let's go to John then. John is an expert of a Sunday school, right? He's your teacher, right? Let's test him. What is faith, John?
Faith is what you believe.
Faith is what you believe. How many of you agree with that? Oh, you better believe in John, otherwise he's going to teach you a lesson, right? Good. So let's see this. This is what Hebrews said. This is from the Bible. Let's read it together. Everybody loudly. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So something like that, something we hope, we believe in, right? We believe it's going to happen to us, even though we do not see the shape of it. Just like what Mary Poppins said, right? It's we can feel it, but we cannot see it. But we hope for, we believe that it's going to happen to us. It's going to happen to us. And in other words, like this. This is from the dictionary. Faith means trust. What else? Confidence and assurance. So it's kind of like a belief, trust. But more important thing is it's trust. It's trusting the Lord. For us Christian, good people live by faith. Means we live with God by believing and trusting our life with God. How many of you believe in God? How many of you trusting in God? All right, big majority, all right? Now let's do that. I need 2 volunteers. Kids, the brave ones. All right, Viola? And the little one, will you be willing to come? All right, monkey. All right, and Wonder Woman and a monkey. How about that? All right. Do you believe me? Do you believe that I'm not going to hurt you? You don't. So, come on, Wonder Woman, need your help here. You believe that I'm not going to hurt you, right? You better believe. Just say yes. All right, okay. All right, you stand there, okay? Now this is what I'm going to do. I have a bag of water. Okay, Viola, you hold this on top of his head, like this. You don't want to? How many of you believe that no water is going to spill on over his head? Several of you. How many of you believe that the water will just... If I poke the bag with this pencil. But do you have faith in me that you're not going to get wet? I'm scared. You believe that you're not going to get wet, right? See the bag of water. Are you still afraid? No. Oh, good. So he believes in me. All right, Viola, can you hold this? Here. All right, you help me, okay? What? Oh, you're not... Just trust me. You trust me? I'm your dad. All right. You count. 1, a drum roll. Oh, no drum roll. Okay. Ready? Oh. Oh. What? No water yet? Woohoo! Let's try another one. And whoa! Magic trick! Are you wet yet, monkey? No. Okay, maybe the third one will do the job. Oh! Oh yes! Thank you for believing in me, monkey. Give me your 5. All right, you may be seated.
Take the pencils out.
Oh no. That I will be in trouble. So here, little monkey, Because you're so brave, I give you a chocolate. Oh, Skittle. Hey, don't eat it right now. So, I got a nice story for you. So that's the thing. That's the thing. You know, sometimes we're just so scared. We do not know what's going to happen, right? So you're not sure if you're going to get wet or you're just going to stay dry, right? You just don't know. You cannot, yeah, I believe in you, but can you be trusted? But that's what it means to have faith. I have a story like this. This is a guy by the name of Charles Baudin. You know him? He is the first person in the history in the world that ever crossed the Niagara Fall with the tightrope, on the tightrope. So how many of you know the Niagara Fall? It's about a quarter miles, right? That's a long waterfall. And if you fall, you're gonna die. Just like that. So remember, he's just walking on a tightrope. That's a big rope, okay? Just a tiny little rope. And you have to hold the beam like this, and you have to walk like this. And remember, you fall, you die. Right there, okay? So but he was the first person around 18-something that ever crossed the Niagara Fall. He's an amazing person. Okay, so, look at this. He even got into the newspaper. 1816, that's when he first did it. So one day, he became famous in every corner of the world, right? So one day he said, okay, how many of you believe that I can cross the Niagara Fall one way and go back safely? Everybody raised their hand because they know the reputation of Baudin, right? Baudin, they know that this guy is an amazing guy, and he done it before, and they have seen it. So there is there, oh, I believe you. And then, of course, he just walked on a tightrope, right? One way, and then turn, and then the other way, and back. Wow, everybody cheer. Whoa, you're awesome. Now, and he said this, okay, how many of you believe that I can carry a person safely from this point to the other and then go back and both of us will be alive? Everybody shout, oh, I believe. Oh, John said, I believe. And then Golden said this, how many of you is willing to be on my back and I will carry you and I'll take you from this point A to point B and back and stay alive? Nobody raised their hand. You want to go with it? So nobody raised their hand at that time. I'm telling you a true story, right? Nobody, because everybody's too afraid. They know, they believe that Bolden is going to be able to carry one person, go and back safely, but nobody willing to be in his back until one person raised his hand. And this person that is on Bolden's shoulder was his own friend. And then the reporters asked the friend of Mr. Bolden, okay, how can you be so brave that you are willing to be on his back? And he said, because he's my friend. And I know that he's going to take me from this point to the other and back safely. I have no doubt. I believe I have seen it, and even though it's kind of like risky for my life to be put on the line like that, but I'm willing to do it because I know this Mr. Bolden is not going to let me down. So that's what faith really means. Faith is about trusting ourselves to the hand of God. It's letting God to be in control over our life. So it's like, God, I believe you. Believing is one thing, right? Believing is one thing. If you believe that I'm a good person, then you will have to trust yourself to me. In the same way, if you believe that God is a good God, then you have to trust yourself to God. So He will let you, so you're going to have to let yourself to be in the hands of God. So, let's read this together. Faith by itself, if it's not accompanied by action, is dead. Is dead. So this is another thing. If you believe in God, if you trust yourself in God, it means you will do the things that God requires you to do. You get it? If you say you love your mom or dad, you will obey them, right, Francis? You obey them, sir? Well, you will obey. You will do the thing that they ask you to do. And this is something, it's you can say to God, hey, God, I believe you, I trust you. But if you never do the thing that God wants you to do, it's useless. Right? Now, it's something like this. If you say that you love God, but you cheat, if you say that you love your parents, but you disobey them, if you say that you love God, but you still do something bad, like gossip, or like doing punching your friend's face. How many of you guys have done that? Hope not. Oh, somebody there? Yeah. But that's not faith, right? The true faith is putting what you believe into action, putting what you believe into practice. If you don't practice what you believe, it's nonsense. It's useless. You get it?
Yeah.
Will you do the thing that God wants you to do? Now, this is a little question for you as a closing. Can little ones have great faith? Can you, little ones, little monkey, little ninja, little flash, have great faith? How many of you believe that you can have great faith? Good. Little ones. How many of you adults believe that you can have great faith? That's what Jesus said. Jesus said, this is what Jesus said. Read it together. If you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it will be. Mustard seed. How many of you have seen mustard seed? You've seen it? How big is that? Little. It's very little. It's, I think, smaller than a grain of rice. See, this is rice. One little rice like this is pretty small, right? Can you see it from the back? I don't think so. Right? But mustard seed is way smaller than this grain of rice. It just will take a little faith to do great things. Right? So all we need, and all I ask of you kids, to have faith. A little bit of faith, and you will do great things in the name of God. I know that you probably feel like, I'm small, I don't have faith. I don't know how to do great things yet. But believe me, Jesus said this to his followers. Jesus said, if you don't believe me like these little kids, you are not going to be in the kingdom of heaven. Right? You cannot be part of the kingdom of heaven. If you do not welcome me like these kids, then you cannot be in the kingdom of heaven. What does it mean? Jesus said, learn from these little kids. What does it mean? It means each one of you in your hearts, you have given faith by Jesus in your heart. So believe and do great things in the name of Jesus. Amen? Amen? Amen, friends? Amen. Let's pray.